Hello, everyone out there in Rumble X and YouTube land. Welcome back to Diego Knows. I, of course, am Diego, and today we're going to talk some more about Wicked. That's right, Wicked, the movie you like. I kind of like it as well. It's not the best movie I've ever seen, but it's far from the worst. It's far from the worst. I mean, I saw Craven the Hunter. Yeah, that was bad. That was real bad. Anyway, so I hope y'all had some great holidays. I know I did this past Christmas season. Very good. I enjoyed it a lot. I hope you all did too. So I'm back and we're going to finish this damn movie, okay? We're going to finish the damn movie. All right, so let's talk a little bit about Wicked. First of all, Wicked is going to come to streaming here next week. That's right. It's already done with the theater. It's already done with the theaters, all right? It's going to be in streaming here real soon. I think it's like December 31st or something, or it might be January 1st. I'm not sure. But it's coming to streaming, so you can watch it at home now. Officially, you can officially watch it at home. Whereas I actually went to the theater. I took my son to go see it. I actually went to the theater. Okay, but so far, as far as Wicked goes, let's see. My opinions are still kind of the same. We're about to move into Fiyero. The character Fiyero has just been introduced now. Okay, and something you should know about Fiyero here, okay, is that I remember him from the book Wicked, which I have here. I actually listened to this whole thing. Yes, this is the actual one I got back in the day, Wicked. All right, I listened to the whole damn thing. And Fiyero was one of the main characters, obviously, in there. And something you need to know about Fiyero is that he's not like, he's the love interest, okay, for Elphaba, but he wasn't this like big stud, okay? He wasn't this Dan Blitzerin guy. All right, he wasn't this Lothario, this guy that just goes out there. He wasn't the Leo DiCaprio of the school. All right, that's not who he was. Okay, he was a good-looking guy. Came from a rich family. He's a priest. He's actually already married. Yeah, he had an arranged marriage. Okay, when he showed up at the school, and Elphaba did have the hots for him and all that stuff. There was no sort of a love triangle with Glinda fighting over him or anything like that was going on. None of that happened. All right. Fiyero was an above average guy, but he wasn't some big stud muffin. Okay. He wasn't some guy that walked in the room and every pussy got wet and every fucking dick got hard. Okay. He was not that, which he is in this movie. Okay. But in the book, that's not who he was. All right. He was just an attractive guy, but like most of us, he had to work to get laid. All right. And despite the fact that he was a prince, nobody really cared about that in Oz. So anyway, the actress playing him, Jonathan Bailey. Yeah, when we're introduced to Fiyero was 18 or 19 years old. He might be like 20 or something because he's been to a few universities. Got kicked out of every school he's been in. All right, so he shows up at Shiz University, where Elphaba and Glinda are 18. You know, they just got there. They just started there on their first semester. Okay, and so he's supposed to be similar in age. All right. Now, obviously, I think we talked about the ages of these characters already. Cynthia Erivo plays an 18-year-old Elphaba. In real life, she's 37. Ariana Grande also plays an 18-year-old Glinda, who in real life was 31. Okay, and Jonathan Bailey, who plays Fiyero, is no different. Okay, Fiyero's fucking 36 years old. You know what? And he actually looks like he's 36 years old. All right, so it's pretty freaking ridiculous that this guy would be starting his freshman year of college. Okay, in Oz, all right? He's fucking 36, 37 years old. I mean, this is ridiculous. Okay, now I know Grease. I saw Grease recently, and obviously those kids weren't that young, right? Olivia Newton-John was like 23. John Travolta was like, I think it was 24 or 25 when he did Grease. Okay, Stockard Channing was 32 when she played Rizzo. Okay, so yeah, those kids were not going to pass as kids, and it's the same thing here. Okay, it's the same thing here. These students do not pass for college students at all. Okay, one of the movies I saw this Christmas was called With Honors. I don't know if you heard of that movie. It's with Joe Pesci and Brendan Fraser's in it too. Okay, and what's his name? Dr. McDreamy from fucking I can't even remember his name now. From Grey's Anatomy. Patrick Dempsey. Yeah, Patrick Dempsey's in it too. Okay, and Josh Hamilton's in it. And I think Moria Kelly's in it too, and Joe Pesci's in it. Okay, anyway, I remember all the actors. Okay, I'd never seen the movie before, but I remember when it came out. Okay, in that movie, those guys looked like college kids. Okay, those guys looked like they were like about to go to graduate school. Okay, they looked like they were in their early 20s. Okay, I could believe that they were in college. Okay, young Brendan Fraser when he was young and slim. Okay, before his wife divorce raped him and he lost all his money and he got fat and depressed and had all his back surgeries and stuff. Before all that happened, okay, back when he was an up and comer leading man. Okay, and with honors, I mean these kids looked like they were young, like they belonged in college. Okay, Jonathan Bailey does not look like he belongs in college. Okay, he looks like he should be a professor there. And it's ridiculous for me to take him seriously as a college student. Okay, he does not look like a college student at all, right? At all. Okay, neither does Cynthia Erivo. Okay, Ariana Grande, maybe she could pass for it, but that's about it. Okay, I mean, you cast middle-aged actors to play fucking late teenagers. Okay, it's just not believable. All right, anyway, so moving right along, where I left off last time. Okay, Fiyero has already met Elphaba. He almost trampled on her. Okay, out in the woods when she was walking in the woods after leaving Dr. Dolormine's house. Okay, Dr. Diller, where the hell his name was? The Talking Goat. Okay, anyway, when she left there, she's walking through the woods, and of course she's got green skin, so she blended in with the foliage. That's what Fiyero says. He almost tramples on her. She gives him attitude about it. He gives her some he's got some sass to him. You see, in the world of Oz, it's the men. You have to make the men feel beautiful, and it's the men that have all the sass. And it's the women who have to face the rejection, okay, have to come up with the courage to ask out the guy, okay, and the girls have to pay for the fucking date, okay, and the girl has to initiate sex, okay, and it's the guy who gets to fucking, eat all the food and fucking, and take in all the gifts that she buys him, and then he can just reject her and go fuck the girl that he really wants to fuck, all right? That's how it is in Oz, apparently. That's what this movie's telling us, all right? Wow. Welcome to our world. All right. Anyway, so so she meets Fiyero, and Fiyero gives her some sass, because she's very defensive. Obviously, she's insecure about her skin condition and all that, has been her whole life. So she has this pre-scripted phrase that she uses. She tells them, no, I did not eat grass when I was a kid. No, I'm not seasick. And yes, I've been green my whole life. Okay, so she says that, and he has like some comebacks to that. He says, oh, really? You never eat grass as a kid? Well, I did. And he says something like, no, I'm not seasick. And he's like, well, neither am I. And then she says, like, yeah, I've been green my whole life. And he's like, oh, really? And what about the standoffish defensive attitude? Is that a new development? So he's got like quips, okay? So anyway, she blows him up. Of course she does. She rolls her eyes at him. She goes out of her way to show this guy that she's not attracted to him. And he is used to women just creaming all over themselves the moment he steps in the room. So for him, he's not used to being rejected by a woman. Okay, even a woman as unattractive as Elphaba. Sorry, she's ugly. Okay, she's ugly in the book. I'm not saying I don't have empathy for her. I'm not saying that she's a bad person. Okay, like I said, I read the book, all right? But the whole point of the book is she's fucking ugly. Okay? She's ugly. You seen it? You saw The Wizard of Oz, okay? I mean, God bless Margaret Hamilton. I heard nothing but good things about her, but there's a reason they cast Margaret Hamilton as the Wicked Witch of the West. Okay? Instead of, there was actually, I can't remember her name, but if you look at the documentary on the making of The Wizard of Oz, they actually originally cast a beautiful woman to play the Wicked Witch of the West. They did. But when they did the screen test with her, they go, this woman's too beautiful. We can't have her be the bad guy. This ain't a Disney movie. We can't have her be the bad guy. So that's why they got Margaret Hamilton, because, I mean, she's just a little bit lacking in the looks department, okay? So she actually looked evil, even though I heard she was a sweetheart, though, but she looked evil. She did, And the stuff that she had to put up with that makeup, and like she got like 3rd-degree burns on her face. There was a lot of accidents on that set. Okay, so the whole point is Elphaba's unattractive. Okay, and that's the point of the movie. Okay, it's not just her skin color. Okay, she's not good looking. And Cynthia Erivo, from what I know, she's a total fucking cunt. Especially after her criticisms of the guy that made the fan poster of Wicked, where they actually put shadow over her eyes, like in the movie, like in the Broadway poster. You don't see the Elphaba's eyes. You just see her smirk. Okay, well, they did that to the live action poster, and Cynthia Erivo took offense to it. Okay, and call whoever that person was that made that poster. She said it was racist and it was sexist, and I'm offended by it. And then she just went off. I mean, that's not the kind of PR you want when you're trying to open up a movie. You don't want there to be bad press before the movie even fucking opens. You know, that right there is going to keep people out of the theater. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. The point is that, I'm sorry, Cynthia Erivo, I mean, maybe she's a good actress. She's definitely good in this. I've not seen her in anything else. So I can't judge on her acting quality. But she's very good playing this character here. I thought she was going to come across as this know-it-all, insufferable, fucking third-wave feminist bitch. Okay? But she's not that at all. Okay? And I was pleasantly delighted by that. You know, and she's an underdog. She has very low self-esteem, okay? And she's trying to get some. She'll stick up for herself if she's pushed against the wall, but it's not her normal state, okay? To be out there just, you know, insulting people and showing people how much better she is than them and all that kind of stuff, okay? Which we get a lot in movies today, especially when it comes to women. You know, you can't have a woman can never be weak. She can never be soft. She can never be, you know, insecure, okay? And unfortunately, women in real life are like that, okay? Not all of them. There's a mix, just like with men. Okay, but in the movies, there's never a mix. The women are all strong. They're all strong and tough and independent. Okay, and that's not very realistic. Okay, and I thought that we were going to get more of that in this movie, and luckily we didn't. So for all the good, as much as I like the character of Elphaba, and as much as I like Cynthia Erivo's portrayal of Elphaba in this movie, okay, Cynthia Erivo's a fucking bitch. And not only is she a bitch, okay, she's ugly too. So that's 2 strikes out right there. Oh yeah, she's gay. So that's 3 strikes out right there. So, you know, I mean, she just don't do it for me, okay? I know, and this movie wasn't made for me. No straight guys need go to the theater to see it, right? No straight guys like me need to go to the theater to see it, okay? But I know it wasn't made for me. I get it. I'm not the target audience, okay? I'm just telling you straight man's point of view. That's what I do here, okay? And Cynthia Erivo is fucking ugly. She is. Now, obviously, Ariana Grande is better looking, but Ariana Grande looks like she really needs to eat a cheeseburger. And I'm sorry, man, but, you know, the super skinny girls, men aren't attracted to that. We're not. We never have been. You know, we're not the ones that make you fucking throw out your dinner in the fucking toilet. We're not the ones that make you do that. Okay, it's those fucking fashion magazines and the fashion industry that makes you do that shit. Okay, and who runs the fashion industry? It's run by two people. Okay, it's run by old ladies and gay men. Straight guys have nothing to do with that. So quit blaming us for you starving yourselves. Okay, or making yourself throw. We don't make you do that. We don't. Okay? Okay, most men actually like women with like a butt and some titties and some legs. We find that attractive. And Ariana Grande, I mean, besides the fact that her face is so fucking, she's had so much work on her face and she's only 31 years old. I mean, she's got her chin is not real. You know, that was done by a doctor. Her nose, she's had her nose done. That's obvious. Okay, she's a pop star, I get it. You know, what she looks like is very important to her image. You know, but, you know, it's obvious that it's been done. It's obvious. And, you know, when you compare that, she got a big head, you know, especially with that big hair of hers, okay? And her body's so small and skinny. She got no tits, she got no ass, she got no legs. What the fuck am I looking at here? And she's supposed to be the sexy one in this movie? No, not at all. Give me a woman with a small waist and a big ass. That's what most guys like. Give her a bubble butt. We like women with a bubble butt, more cushion for pushing, and Ariana Grande is just lacking in that. All right, sorry, but she is. All right, I know you women love her and idolize her, but this is a straight guy's point of view, not your point of view. And ultimately, it's the men that fuck her, not you. All right, so moving right along. So yes, where did I leave? Oh, yeah. So Fiyero shows up at school. Like I said, everyone is horny for him, the men and the women. Okay, and he shows up there. Okay, now Glinda already knew he was coming because she read the newspaper, and I guess it was the front page of Prince Fiyero is going to start attending Shiz University today. That's what it says. Okay, and also it's broadcast on the radio. Yes, Oz has a radio station, despite the fact that we never see a radio or any sort of technology at all in this movie. No cell phones, no record players, no radios. Okay, but yet we hear radio broadcasts for some reason. In the beginning of the movie, they broadcast that the Wicked Witch of the West has been killed, that she's officially dead. That's how everyone in Munchkinland finds out about it. And they find out about it because they heard it on some sort of radio broadcast, even though no one has a radio. Well, apparently they're also broadcasting that Prince Fiyero is showing up at Shiz University. So Glinda's already all hot and excited. She's going through her entirely pink wardrobe, picking out the shoes, the outfit she's going to wear, doing her hair. She fucking drowns herself in perfume, all sorts just to impress this guy. All right. Of course, he shows up, walking his horse. Okay, all the guys are horny for him. All the girls are horny for him. Every girl is playing with her hair when he walks by. Every single one of them. And of course, the guy he ends up approaching a dude named Fanny, a gay guy named I'm not making that up. His name is Fanny in the movie. The gay guy who's one of Glinda's cronies. His name is Fanny. Okay, and Fiyero goes up to Fanny, who's this gay Asian guy with glasses, and goes like, "Could you do me a favor?" Now, he has got a British accent, and almost nobody else in this movie has a British accent, so that makes no sense. How does he have a British accent, but everyone else has an American accent? It makes no fucking sense. Anyway, well, Fanny, who's clearly gay, is like, you enroll here often? He's like, I have a favor to ask of you. Anything for you? Anything for you? And he's like, no, later. Would you please step aside? He asked me something. Yeah, just like that, man. I'm not kidding. Anyway, what Fanny was doing is he was blocking the map of the university the campus, all right? So you need to look at that. Now, here comes Glinda, who's all dressed up now, even though she looks the exact same as she did in the last scene. And she starts flirting with him. She starts acting coy, trying to get his attention without acting like she's trying to get his attention, all right? Why are women so fucking direct? For God's sake. Okay, we're not fucking mind readers, okay? If you don't fucking let us know you like us in some sort of a way, okay, then we're going to assume that you don't, and we're going to leave you alone, unless we want to talk to you, okay, unless we are actively pursuing you, okay? There's no way for us to know, okay? I'm sorry. I mean, sometimes it works. Most of the time it doesn't work. We're not mind readers. You seem to think that we can read your fucking mind. You think that if you walk by, wave your hair, and keep walking, that somehow that's a big fucking sign saying, come flirt with me, okay? Well, if our mind is preoccupied to something else, we're not going to fucking pay attention to you. I know it hurts your feelings, ladies, but we don't spend all of our fucking time during the day, okay, looking at you and thinking about how we're going to fuck you. We don't. We actually got other things going on. I know. Weird, right? I know. Okay, but it's fucking true. You're not the center of our fucking universe. Jesus Christ. Anyway. So move right along. That's happening here. Glinda, she shows up, accidentally bumps into him, of course. She says, like, are you looking for something? And then she's like, or someone. Like that, right? And of course, Fiyero's used to getting flirted on by girls. So they make some eye contact. And she's like, yeah, the whole fucking thing that they do, the fucking with their eyes, the eye fucking, all right? Anyway, so they make eye contact and they start flirting, and of course she honeypots him, tries to make him think she's interesting, then pulls away, and of course so that he can like and start following her. It's the typical fucking shit that only works in the movies. I mean, I guess sometimes it works in real life, but if any girl was giving me these signals, I already knew she liked me. I didn't have to fucking pursue her like that. I already know she likes me. All right. Although personally, I would have flirted with her first. Anyway, so that's going on here. Fiyero's like, I didn't last long at any of my other schools. And she says, like, well, that's because I wasn't in any of your other schools. Okay, so that's how it's going here. Okay, now just to raise a bullshit flag here, this scene is fucking ridiculous because of the reason that I already mentioned earlier. Okay, he's fucking 36 years old. All right. Jonathan Bailey playing Fiyero is 36 years old when he filmed this scene, and he looks it. He looks it. Big fucking ears and all. He looks like he's 36 years old. Okay? It's hard for me to take this seriously. Okay? That a guy like this would be flirting with her, and trying to pursue her. He's fucking 36 years old. Can you imagine if this was real life? If a 36-year-old was hitting on an 18-year-old, how would that look? It would look legal, but I guarantee you, okay, most of you women out there wouldn't be happy with it, especially if you got her. So anyway, moving right along. So Shiz, it turns out later on, we go into the library, all right? Because apparently Glinda's going to give him the tour. That's her job, is to give the new students the tour of the school, all right? So she takes him to the library. Now, those of you who already seen it in the trailer, there's this big circular room in the library. It's a circular library. It rotates. Okay, it spins around. where you can actually like a hamster wheel where the books go one direction, then books on the other side go the other direction. Okay, it's kind of cool looking, but anyway, that's what the library looks like. It's got that circular thing there. Okay, circular rotating library, and Glinda doesn't even know what it's called. She calls it the book place when she's showing him around. This is the book place, all right. And of course, Elphaba and Fiyero. Elphaba's there studying by herself. Nobody will sit with her. And she makes eye contact with Fiyero and recognizes him from the night before. Okay. And of course, what does Elphaba do when she makes eye contact with Fiyero? She's like, like, just rolls her eyes like a fucking Karen. Oh my God. Like, she didn't have to do that. Okay, she's going out of her way to show this guy that I don't give a shit about you. Okay, that's just passive aggressive, and it shows insecurity, and it also shows that you really like him, because if you didn't give a shit about this guy, you wouldn't even bother with giving him a negative response. Okay, you just go right back to doing whatever the fuck you were doing. Okay, men don't do this. Okay, we don't just roll our eyes at a girl that we like. Okay, so that maybe she'll pursue us. It's bullshit. Okay, it doesn't fucking work. All right. Okay, do you know what a guy like this in real life would do? If a high value man like this made eye contact with a woman, okay, that he knew he was better looking than, and she rolled her eyes at him like, you ain't shit. Okay, that guy would just be like, okay, fuck you too. He wouldn't say it, he'd think it. Okay, fuck you too, and then move on to the next girl. That's what happens in real life, but you can't do that in the movie. Why? Because there's no drama there. You got to find a way for the woman to one up this guy, to show him how much more superior she is to him. You see what I mean? Even this thing with Glinda flirting with Fiyero, it doesn't look like she's really got the hots for him. Okay? It doesn't really look like she might fall in love with this guy or anything like that. I'm not getting any vibes of that at all. She definitely wants him, but it's not because she has an attraction for him, because because they have a connection. The reason that Glinda is so turned on by Fiyero is because he's the popular guy. He's got the reputation. He's the bad boy. He comes from a rich family. He's royalty. Okay, he's fucked a lot of women, and that turns women on. Doesn't turn men on. Women that fuck a lot of guys do not turn men on. As far as like getting serious, he'll fuck her too. He'll add his name to her list, but he's not going to take her seriously. Okay, whereas a guy who has fucked a lot of women, especially women that are better looking than you are, okay, that turns a woman on. Because a man with options turns a woman on, because she knows damn well that he can get better than her. Okay, so she's got to go out of her way to keep him. You see what I mean? Okay, and that's the reason Glinda likes Fiyero, is because she knows that all the other girls like him, and guys all like him. And if she doesn't lasso him, okay, then another person will. So that makes him valuable. And anything that's valuable, Glinda has to have it. You see what I mean? That's the truth. For men, it's similar. Okay, it's like say if there's like a porn star. Let's say if there's like a porn star. Let's say I was in college, okay, and a very well-known porn star showed up, and of course, all the guys are gonna get turned on, and they've watched her fuck plenty of people. They get this woman gets them hard. Okay, they fantasize about this woman. Okay, now here she is. Okay, the guys are all gonna want to fuck her. They are. Okay, they are, and they're all gonna make their move, because she's gonna fuck someone there, especially a girl like that is gonna fuck someone at that school. Might as well be you. So they're gonna try, but it's not because they actually give a shit about this girl. They don't. They're not in love with her. They're not gonna sure as fucking not gonna marry her and bring her home to their parents. They're not gonna fucking pay her bills. They're not gonna fucking support her. They're not gonna help her with her problems. Okay, they're not gonna do shit for her, but they will fuck her. You see what I mean? So I mean, men do it too, is what I'm trying to say. Now, moving right along. So Elphaba and Fiyero make eye contact. She rolls her eyes at him. Okay. He asks Glinda about going to a ballroom. Okay. Now, apparently they have the equivalent of a nightclub. All right. Somewhere in Oz where you can go and get fucked up and watch sex shows and stuff, and and get laid. All right. So it's like a nightclub. Okay. But they call it a ballroom of some sort. Anyway, he's asking Glinda, hey, where's the ballroom at? Okay. He wants to go to the ballroom. Okay, and she tries to tell him that, hey, listen, we can't go there. It's illegal. Okay, we're not old enough to go there. Second of all, we're not allowed to leave the university, like the campus. Okay, we can't leave the campus at night. It's against the rules. If we get caught, we'll get kicked out of school. Well, of course, Fiyero being a bad boy, what do rules mean to him? Nothing, right? Okay, so he's asking about the ballroom. Okay, and Glenn is like, it's illegal and it's scandalous. Okay, and Bach, who's there now, Bach is jealous as fuck. Bach is this munching guy, this ginger with the big floppy hair, okay, unattractive as fuck, who in real life is fucking Ariana Grande right now, in real life. In fact, they're probably having sex right now. I mean, fuck, he left his wife to be with her, and his newborn, okay, to be with her. They met while making this movie, and they both left their spouses for each other. Yeah, and he's an ugly, short motherfucker. Okay, and in this movie, Bach is a very insecure munchkin guy. He's basically the opposite of Fiyero in every way. Whereas Fiyero is confident and handsome and charming and popular. Okay, and tall. Okay, with chiseled features and all that. Okay, Bach is short and nerdy looking and unattractive features and low self-confidence and super now, whereas Fiyero is a bad boy. Bach is a good guy. He's a nice guy. He's the friend zone material. He'll listen to your problems and give you advice, and secretly, deep down inside, he'll stay celibate in the hopes that one day you might realize the man that's right in front of you instead of the guy with the big dick that you keep chasing, all right? And then you'll fall in love with him, okay? That's what Bach is, okay? Because in these fucking chick flick movies, there's never a guy that's in the middle. You're never going to find a guy that's in the middle of this, ever, despite the fact that most of the population of men out there are in the middle. They're not fucking Fiyero and they're not Bach. But in every fucking chick flick ever fucking made, the only guys that you ever get in these fucking movies are Fiyeros and Bachs, and that's it. There is no other kind. All right. Yeah, and this movie, like I said, is no exception. All right. Those are the only guys that you really get in this movie are Fiyero, as far as with potential love interest. Okay, it's Fiyero and Bach. Okay, the wizard is not a love interest in this movie. All right, so moving right along. So Bach, of course, is jealous that Glinda's flirting with Fiyero in front of him in the library. So he tries to come in there and cock block, try to introduce himself. He's been eavesdropping, and he actually falls over because he's trying to listen off the table that he's sitting at because he's trying to listen in on the conversation. Okay, he falls off his chair, and then he meets and he steps on some books. Because obviously Fiyero's a lot taller than him, so he steps on some books so he can be taller than Fiyero, and then he offers his hand. He's like, I'm Buck from Munchkinland, that kind of thing. Okay, and he tells because he's jealous of Fiyero's height. So he tells them that it's against the rules to leave the campus after dark. They're going to get kicked out of school. Well, Fiyero, of course, says, once again, the responsibility to corrupt my fellow students falls upon me. In other words, he's going to break the rules and teach all the other kids how to break the rules and have some fun too. All right? Because he's a bad boy. All right? And he starts grabbing books off of the students. He just starts like going up to everybody that's got a book in their hand and just grabs it out there and throws it on the floor, tosses it across the library, making a big scene. Okay, and he starts kicking books away out of people's hands and their tables. Okay, and he starts singing and dancing. Of course, it's a gay movie. All right, it's a musical. All right, which is predominantly gay people. All right, he starts singing the song "Dancing Through Life." Okay, that's the Fiyero song, "Dancing Through Life," as sung by Jonathan Bailey. Okay, and everyone, including Nessa Rose. Now, Nessa Rose is Elphaba's sister, who's normal skinned, but she is crippled. Okay, she is in a wheelchair. And by the way, the actress that plays her is crippled in real life. I had to look that up, but it's true. Because I saw pictures of her at the premiere of the movie, and she was in a wheelchair in the premiere. And I'm like, is this some method acting or what? No, she is legitimately crippled. This is her first movie. I forgot her name, but I could look it up. What is her name anyway? But Nessa Rose, yes. And she's played by Marissa Bodie. Marissa Bodie, who, yes, she's a lesbian. Look it up. She's a lesbian too. A biracial lesbian, okay, and she is legitimately crippled. She is in a wheelchair. She was in a car accident when she was a little girl, okay. So she plays the crippled Nessa Rose, Elphaba's sister, okay. Now everyone actually treats Nessa Rose with respect. It's Elphaba that they stay away from, okay. So that's going on here, okay, and everyone, including Nessa Rose, gets in on the whole singing and dancing. Like, oh my God, there's this cute guy singing and dancing. Hey, let's stop everything we're doing, and get in on this, all right. And Elphaba, of course, is disgusted by a good-looking guy singing and dancing, okay? So she gets up, okay, and she fucking leaves the library, all right? She can't study this way, Okay, and then of course there's this stupid shrug dance, whatever the fuck that is. You know, obviously a gay guy choreographed all this. And I've never seen the Broadway show, so I don't know like if they deviated or not. Okay, and Bach tries to flirt with Glinda while all this is going on. Okay, as she is, as obviously she's not interested in Bach. She's totally transfixed on Fiyero, watching him dance. Okay, and following Fiyero out of the library. All right. And he tells her that he'll be while she's about to walk towards Fiyero, he stops her and tells her, Glinda, I just want you to know when we go to the ballroom tonight, I'll be there waiting to have a dance with you. Like that, right? Yeah, full of confidence. Okay? And beta male behavior all the way, but Bach is a beta male. Okay? And what he should have done is he should have flirted with her earlier, okay? This is not the first day of school. They've already met. He tried to talk to her before and she blew him off. Well, if he really liked her, he should have talked to her again and got her attention, but he never did that. He waited until a better looking, more charming, more rich, square-jawed, taller, six-figure income, big cock, popular, charming, great in bed, fucking man whore, okay? Bad boy showed up for him to fucking try to flirt with Glinda again. Well, by then it's too fucking late. All right? Beta male behavior, okay? So he got rejected and let her go. He should have flirted with other girls. Okay? Once he got an official, I'm not attracted to you and I will never be attracted to you, leave me the fuck alone. Once he got that, okay, or maybe not that, he shouldn't have to go so far to get that. I mean, she should give him enough hints to let him know, hey, listen, you don't do it for me, all right? Once that happened, he can file her away as, okay, lost cause and go flirt with another girl. That's what he should. That's what a real man would do, okay? But he's not that. He's a beta male, okay? He's a weak. He's a wimp. He's a limp dick. And so now that he's actually got competition, there was never competition, but now that she's interested in another man, now he's got to, I got to try to get her back. Well, you never fucking had her. She didn't like you, you know? Just deal with it. There's more than one fucking bitch in the world, okay? I know these chick flicks tell you that fucking that you're one in a million, when the truth is you're only one of a million, okay? There's other fucking girls. I guarantee there's girls that are attracted to you, or will be once they get to know you. You gotta go out there and find them and quit wasting your fucking time on this fucking bitch. They don't give two shits about you. What's the point of caring about someone who doesn't give a shit about you? There's no point in it. Anyway, so that's going on here, okay? And he tells her that he'll be waiting for it, blah, blah, okay? And, yeah. So basically, he does not act like a real man. A real man would have flirted with other girls, okay? And you know, but like I said before, you cannot have a man acting, you know, that we can't have a man with confidence get rejected and then go fuck another girl. You can't have that in these movies, okay? Because when a man gets rejected in these movies, it's devastating. You know, when a woman gets rejected, no big deal. She'll fuck like 16 other guys before the movie's over, who are better than that boyfriend. But when a guy gets rejected in these movies, I mean, he's going straight for the fucking sleeping pills. All right? It's fucking ridiculous. But that's how it is in these movies. It's always this way in these movies. You can't have men acting like men. And the only reason they have Fiyero acting like a high value man, which is such a small percentage of the men out there, the only reason they allow him to act like a high value man in this movie is because in real life he's fucking gay. All right. Moving right along, Glinda tells Bach that she can't think about herself. So she's like, well, how can I think about myself dancing with a man when there's so many unfortunate people in this world? Like, look at that crippled girl over there. And she's pointing to Nyssa Rose, okay? You know, and tells her, you know, over there, she has no one to dance with. And Glinda says, it seems so unfair. We should go on a spree and not she. Someone would be my hero if that someone were to go invite her. If only a man would do that. And of course, Bach's like, well, Glinda, I could invite her. You would do that for me? Well, yes, Glinda. I'd do anything for you. Yeah, just like that. All right. You know, and of course, so she's like, and then walks away from him, right? So Fiyero looks at her. He saw the whole thing. He saw how fucking Glinda manipulated Bach right there. And he's like, you're good. You know? And then, of course, they both start singing how they're both perfect to each other. Oh, you're perfect. No, you're perfect. No, you're perfect. You're perfect. And they start singing together about how fucking perfect they are and their shit doesn't stink. Okay? And then Nessa goes over to Elphaba and tells Elphaba that Bach just asked her out to go to the ballroom. Okay? And Glinda, it was Glinda that gave him the confidence to ask her out. Now, because Elphaba is Glinda's roommate, she knows that Glinda's a fucking bitch and that she wouldn't do this out of the kindness of her heart. There's got to be some sort of reason, okay? Some underlying reason as to why she did it, all right? Okay, and she tells Elphaba to quit talking bad about Glinda, okay? Because Glinda's a nice person. Okay, look what she did for me. She got me a date with Bach. Okay, Glinda did that for me. She's wonderful. And I don't want you back talking her anymore. You know? Because she likes her now, okay? And Elphaba, you would think that Elphaba would be like, oh, wait, hold on a second here. You don't know Glinda the way I do. If fucking Glinda told him to ask you out, there's a reason she did it. And it's not because he likes you. Okay, no, she didn't do that. I thought she was going to do that. But that's not what she did. Instead of trying to correct Nyssa Rose about Elphaba's true nature, about fucking Glinda's true nature, instead, she was happy for her. And this, I got to give Cynthia Erivo credit. She plays Elphaba very well. This was clearly a scene that you could easily have Elphaba turn into a fucking bitch right here. Okay, but she didn't do that. Instead, she was actually happy that her crippled sister got a date to the dance. You know, that this little slice of happiness that her sister could have. Because inside, Elphaba actually does care about her sister, and she will put her sister's needs before her own. Okay, even though she hates Glinda, she knows that her sister doesn't, and out of respect for her sister, she's going to try to talk about Glinda with respect. Okay, and also, she actually thinks that maybe Glinda's not such a bad person. We know different because we know what Glinda did and why she did it. But Elphaba doesn't know that. So maybe she misjudged Glinda. Maybe Glinda actually does give a shit and is not just this narcissistic fucking selfish bitch. Okay? And in that sense, Elphaba can learn to like Glinda now. Because maybe Glinda's not all bad. All right? And that's conveyed. It was more important for Elphaba to see her sister happy than it was for Elphaba to hate Glinda, is what I'm trying to communicate here. All right? You know, and I did not see that coming, so kudos. That was a good scene there. Okay, I'm going to stop my review right here, but I'll be back shortly to continue my review of Wicked. I thank you very much for watching this long, and I'll see you soon on the next one. Bye.